What's up guys, Ryan here from Mud Gunner, and today we're going to be talking about knives for your kit, and just knives in general, but specifically like belt setup knives, plate carrier knives, plans that I want to do for other things. So yeah, let's get into it. I've always been into knives, well, since I was a kid, like even before guns, but I am definitely not an expert or know a lot of information about knives, so just bear in mind that. But I do have a pretty decent knife collection. Where I work at Arizona Firearms, we get a lot of secondhand knives. We get some pretty cool stuff in. So I've acquired quite a few knives over the years. Again, I was buying them before, like even when I was younger as well. But yeah, I have a lot of knives, just as much as guns basically, and I have some pretty cool ones. But again, I'm not an expert. I don't know steels very well. I don't know like all the models. I know a lot of the higher end brands, but I don't know all the models. So don't roast me on that. But I do like collecting them. I like putting them on kits, and I want to put more on kits as I, acquire more stuff. But one of my main ones right now has been my belt setup. So I have a Haley Strategic Darter knife on here, and this is in the tan color. So this is a collaboration of Tour Knives and Haley Strategic, which is an Arizona company. Tour Knives, I don't know exactly where they are, but yeah, it's a pretty sweet knife. I like it a lot. I have two of these now. I have the tan one, and then I have their Disruptive Gray. But it just sits right here on the plate, or not the plate carrier, the belt setup. And this is set up for my Glock or my Shadow systems, and the knife just sits right behind the gun. And since it's kind of like angled, this does not get in the way at all. It's nice and tucked in, and I'd basically just grab it like that. Now, one thing that I've noticed over time is this sheath for it is a little loose, specifically this one, because my other one locks in a lot better, but I like this color more. So yeah, and I think I've tried the other blade, and the other blade locks in a little bit better, so I don't know if it's just the way these grips are, but yeah, it doesn't lock in as well, but I think I can also tighten it up just a little bit. I haven't done it recently. But yeah, I have the Haley Strategic Darter on here. It matches the kit very well, and this kit's pretty nice. Another thing that I've been playing around with, I haven't really taken it serious, is maybe putting this push dagger on here. I don't want to be overkill. I want this to be a very functional belt. So yeah, I'm not like committed to it. It's just I like tan, I like flat dark earth, and this looks really good. So it's a Benchmade push dagger, and I think this would be really cool to put on some tan kit if I could get it back in here. So yeah, it's a little push dagger. I was thinking maybe on the front, as I just drop it between my legs. I keep the front very clear, that way if I needed to lay prone, nothing's in the way. But this is flat enough, it might work. So I don't know. Just playing around with the idea, but I'm not committed to it yet. But this is probably going to end up on some type of kit at some point. Maybe a plate carrier setup, I don't know. But yeah, this is a little push dagger that I'd like to put on something. Because yeah, it's to the point where I have plenty of blades, plenty of different things that I want to put them on things, but I don't have enough kit because this stuff gets expensive. Yeah, so that's my main belt setup. I've also been building this setup over time. It's not like a super serious setup, but it's still completely functional for a pistol. So I have three mag pouches on here, and then T-Rex arms holster. This is the Ragnarok, and then a Haley Strategic mag pouch. Yeah, so that's a rifle mag pouch, three pistol pouches, and then this, it's got a Glock 19 in there. But on this one, we have a Winkler dagger on here, and it's a pretty sweet double-edged blade. And I kind of have it jerry-rigged on here right now because I don't have a lot of the mounts. So it's got like one of the, I think it's a G-code mount on here, and then the rest of it is just paracorded on there. But this thing is not going anywhere. It's locked on, and yeah, same thing. It kind of works well. Also behind the pistol, because yeah, when you're wearing it, it sits like that. So it's not in the way at all, and it puts it like perfectly on your side. So that's the Winkler dagger. And then my main plate carrier, I have a fixed blade on here. Now this is a less expensive fixed blade, but this is kind of the first kit that I ever put one on. And it's a Schrade fixed blade. The way I have it set up is that when you draw it, because you'll notice there's bungee slings or a bungee like cord right here for your magazines. I have it set up so that the sheath is going to get caught on this, but I have the blade facing that way so I don't cut this on the way out. So this just pulls right out, and it doesn't cut anything. So I think it's in a pretty good spot. It's also tucked in to where, let's say I had to like, use this for self-defense purposes, or it's the end of the world. It's not in a position where someone can grab it for me, because you don't get that much of a hand on there. If you end up using this mag, it still has enough tension to come out, and then it pops in there really easily. So works pretty well. There's no clip, it's just a straight fixed blade, and I like it. It's not like too expensive of a knife, but it's really nice. I've used it for camping a lot. And this goes behind the magazine very well, and it's not going to cut the bungee, and it's tucked in there. So yeah, I have that straight blade on there. At some point, maybe I replace it with a higher end one, but with knives, I like high-end guns, but with knives, I've always felt like if it's a decent knife, you can get a really decent knife for like 40, 50 bucks, even less sometimes. So I'm not too particular about that, but now I like the fancier blades. Like this is something I'd like to get on a kit at some point. I got this Microtech dagger from one of my friends. It is pretty sick. It's double, well, serrated on one side and then straight edge on the other. But yeah, it comes with this big tech lock mounting system. I just don't have anything to put it on, but it's so cool. I want to put it on something because I don't open carry big knives. It's not for me. But this is also something I can't really conceal carry very well. I mean, at least the way it's set up. I've carried other knives, like I've carried this knife. This is a tops knife. And this one's cool because you just run these belt loops right here. And then you would just feed it through your belt and it goes under your shirt like right there. So it prints a lot more, and I also carry a gun, so I mean this would like layer up in front of your gun, which is a lot, and it makes it very bulky. During winter time, if you're wearing a jacket, you don't notice it as much, but during summer, it's gonna print a lot. So I don't carry fixed blades very often. I always carry a pocket knife. My main one has been this Benchmade over the years. My uncle gave this to me when I was a little kid. I've maybe had it for like 15 plus years, and what's cool with this, I chipped the blade one time using it as a flathead screwdriver as a kid, but Benchmade sharpened it for me at SHOT Show one year. But these screws have never come loose, ever. Like the clip, nothing has ever loosened up on this, and I've had it since, gosh, I may have been like 12 or 10, maybe younger, and it's just a really durable knife, especially because I was probably cutting things I wasn't supposed to be cutting. But yeah, I like that. I also like the Spyderco Carahawk because this has the Emerson wave feature right here. So when you draw this, you just pull this and pull it forward and it opens because it gets caught on that. So I do like pocket knives as well. I have a bunch of pocket knives, but yeah, I really like the fixed blades. I mean, these are cool. At some point, I think it'd be really cool to get this on a kit. This is the Terminalist axe from Winkler. So it's pretty sick. And yeah, I don't have kit to put it on right now, but I think it'd be sweet to do it at some point. And I'm also building the Terminalist AR, the BCM AR. But yeah, there's that. And then the Asian in me kind of wants to put ninja stars on something, but I don't even know how Asians carried these back in the day because they're so pointy, they get caught on any type of fabric or any pouches they came in. But imagine if I had like some type of Kydex pouch to just have ninja stars on my belt and show up at a match with that. I think that'd be pretty funny until I get DQ'd. So yeah, I got ninja stars. Every Asian needs some ninja stars. I also collect knuckles. So we have the 2 knuckle right here. We have the noogie from Double Star. It's also a bottle opener. We have traditional knuckles. And then we have the meat tenderizers. So I just like collecting random things. But yeah, that's kind of it. I just think it'd be fun to put more blades on more kit. And yeah, I started looking at YouTube videos the other day about that because I'm like, how could I do this a little better than what I already have? Or how can I make it practical? Because I don't want to be obnoxious and just make it unusable. Or, I mean, you know, when someone builds up a gun and you're like, they don't know what they're doing. I don't want to look like that guy with knives. So maybe I already do, but I'm trying to be clean about it and not be too much. But I got lots of blades that need homes on kit or something. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If there's more knife videos you'd like to see, again, I'm not an expert, but I like talking about this type of stuff. And I mean, every adult likes playing with knives and guns and everything. It's like my favorite hobby. So thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for my next video.